I need a song from Logan Paul and Post Malone featuring Beyonce.
Are you telling me that Joe Biden made April Fool's Day the day after Easter?
No, Grandma.
God, The Rock's jacked. All right, that was just a side note.
I want to hear your thoughts on Mulkamania.
I would call the authorities if she was in my front yard.
Let me see if I can smell what the beads is cooking.
I mean, how did he bring them? I suppose that would answer the question.
I don't think up his ass.
Do you think I knew that? I didn't know what Reddit was. I don't know anything.
It kind of gave me like an old school basketball boner.
You better do it gently and send flowers.
No, we made a decision. We were like, we're not going with Epstein anymore.
I would love to have a sanctioned fight against my sister.
I'm 100% sure it's not Celine Dion.
Don't go to the NFL, DJ. Don't listen to them.
Right now, there's like, we have a stoner listeners like, yo, man, you, Beadle. Like,
from Wondery, I'm Michelle Beadle.
And I am Beyonce Rosenberg.
And this is Over the Top. So here's how the show works. Best stories of the week, sports and pop culture, they face off. And we're going to crown a champion and answer one simple question. What is the undisputed, most important thing on planet Earth this week? We decide it the only way we know how, using Royal Rumble rules. We start with two stories. We decide which one is more worthy to discuss and which one's got to go. After 90 seconds, a new story will be introduced, and we have to decide whether we want to keep talking about our current story or switch to the new one. We don't know the order of stories coming our way, but we do decide which ones get thrown over the top rope. Peter, what's up first?
Alrighty, let's get into it. First topics of the day. Wemby made NBA. Oh God, it's always Wemby with this lady.
Weird. It's almost like he's awesome.
Wemby made NBA history against Golden State as the first rookie and the 19th player overall to record 32 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, and 3 blocks in a game. Can we stop with these fakakta stats?
That's not even a quadruple double yet. I'm waiting on the quadruple double.
Yeah, that's not a thing. Whatever. This came on the heels of one of the craziest games of the season against the Knicks, where Wemby dropped 40, 20, and 7. And Jalen Brunson scored 61 career highs for both. The other topic, the men's Final Four is officially set. NC State, Purdue, Alabama, and UConn. We have to decide. This is very hard.
This feels like a trick.
Michelle Beadle's Heart and Joy, Victor Wembanyama, or the Final Four being set. You know, I did not watch 1 second of the men's tournament this weekend, so it would be... No, I watched the last 3 minutes of Duke losing.
I'm so glad you said that, because I'm throwing it over the top.
Oh my God!
You're going over the top. Yeah,
I'm with you.
Because here's why. It's DJ Burns, love you, mean it. It's all set up for UConn to crush. That being said, you and we made a little radio magic on Friday before this particular Knicks-Spurs game. Now, I thought to myself, it's okay if the Spurs lose this one. The Knicks need it. They're in a battle with the Cavs. They've got things to play for. We are on the long game track. But right. My goodness, Peter Rosenberg, if this wasn't a must-watch, sit on the edge of my couch, instant classic, the only thing I would change is I would have gotten Brunson 2 more points so he would have the all-time Knicks scoring performance, not
that would have been
Carmelo
nice.
Anthony. I know. That's the only scratch on the night. Everything else about it wouldn't change a thing.
Yeah, it's a miraculous event. And the only killer, of course, is if you're a Knick fan, well, darn it, you lost. And that hurts. Because when you have those historic nights, you really want to get a win. It just doesn't hit right without the dub. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, magic from Wemby, it's a great night.
Look, 40 and 20 is no joke. Here's the thing I would also say about the loss for the Knicks. There was such a big deal made, $25,000 worth of Wemby throwing the ball up into the crowd. But I tell you this, Peter, I don't know that Jalen Brunson wants that ball for his collection, even if it is for 61 points, because it wasn't a loss. And if I've learned anything about Jalen Brunson, he's hardcore.
Yeah, I don't think he's the kind of guy who sits there celebrating that he dropped a 60 spot when his team lost. I just don't think that's his steez.
I don't either. The much talked about expose on Kim Mulkey dropped this weekend right before LSU's game against UCLA. And guess what? A nothing burger. Do we want to continue talking about Wemby, Brunson, Knicks, Spurs, or switch to the Kim Mulkey expose?
I want to hear your thoughts on Mulkemania because you are not a fan.
I would call the authorities if she was in my front yard.
Well, that's a different story. But either way, let's toss Jalen and Wemby over the. Listen, the Spurs stink. Jalen lost and then lost again on Sunday. Let's talk Mulkemania running wild. Did you read the article? Did Mulkey kind of play herself by shitting on the story before it even came out? Maybe if she doesn't say a word, people aren't sitting there with bated breath.
Peter, I did the classic 48-year-old maneuver. I got up, saw that it was out, went to my computer, hit the old print button, printed it up on paper, front and back. I'm trying to be a little bit conscious. And then I made my coffee and I sat down and I read it. And I read it and I read it. And I got to the final page. And I thought to myself, what a complete and total waste of time. Now, that being said, how many things do you know you've done that might be considered not great by the rest of the public that you flipped out the way she flipped out? You're threatened to sue everybody left and right, the Washington Post, the writer, everybody who's ever said anything. And it turns out it was just stuff that we already knew. What don't we know? Because now I'm waiting for a real piece.
So was there not? So I only read a piece of it, which is probably a bad sign in the first place. But like, was there no like hammer in the whole thing? Like,
no. Get newsflash. She told her lesbian players to hide who they are. She doesn't talk to her dad. Doesn't really talk to her sister anymore. Her dad sneaks into the arenas to watch her game. They haven't spoken in decades. She's abrasive. She's harsh. She was good at basketball once, and she's tiny. What else? Oh, she dresses like a fool. Her clothing choices are.
Did they include the clothing choices?
They did, and I thought that's when I knew this wasn't going to be a hit piece because it was just sort of like there was nothing new, and nobody on her end would talk. So it was a lot of quotes taken from older articles. Honestly, she made that so much bigger than it was. That now I hope there's a journalist out there that's sniffing around because she's hiding something.
So here's what you're saying. Let me see if I can smell what the beads is cooking.
Yes, I love that.
What you're trying to say to me is because she acted so crazy, it must mean that there's more to it than meets the eye.
Wouldn't you think? If somebody's like, hey, we're going to write an article on Beadle and Rosenberg, do you immediately assume you're about to look like the world's biggest monster? Or do you just go, okay, well, let's see what you got?
Yeah, no, I would assume if someone's writing an article about me and they asked to talk to her, right?
They asked to talk to her. They asked to talk to family members. I think it's when she is a grudge-holding son of a gun. And I love that. That's the one thing I will say she and I have in common.
You appreciate that. Okay.
Yeah, but she's making us grudge holders all look like we're crazy because we're not all crazy. It's just part of our psyche. But I think it's when they actually requested interviews with family members and whatnot. And because she's sort of written them off, I'm sure that touched some weird nerve for her. But the article did in no way reflected the response that it got out of her a week ago. And that was weird. All right, guys, watch out, Mulkey. The new spring pro football league led by The Rock, the UFL, debuted this weekend, and the kicking game made all the headlines. Not only has the NFL officially adopted the league's kickoff rules, but two kickers were the talk of the weekend. Former NFL punter Brad Wing threw a dazzling 40-yard touchdown on a fake punt, and YouTuber, as well as former college kicker Destroying, was the place kicker for the San Antonio Brahmas. I'm sorry, was somebody's name a progressive verb? What was that? What was that called?
Is that what you call that?
Isn't that when you're like in the act of verb? Doing it?
Is that what you call it? All right. Do we want to continue talking about Kim Mulkey
oh my God.
or move on to the UFL kicking off?
Ooh, I don't want to continue talking about Mulkey. Who knows if we have to keep talking about her after this? I don't know. So let's throw her over the top. I will do it.
Do you want to talk like UFL? Like you want me to tell you what was going on this week? Or?
So let me ask you this. Because obviously they are trying to grab some headlines. I would argue that the kickoff weekend could have maybe picked a better calendar set of days, but that's neither here nor there. But there are some big flashy names out there running around. And I'm not saying that they would agree to it necessarily, like a Tebow or a Ocho Cinco or Colin Kaepernick. I don't know that they would. But have they tried to get some of those dudes? Because they have the TV spots. They're obviously being aired.
Well, I'll say this. I can only speak for me. They signed Colin Kaepernick to a real deal. Like they like pony up a few million for Colin Kaepernick. I definitely tune in. Like I'm 100. Watching to see him play. Like you're curious to see if he shoves it up the NFL's ass by being great.
Yep.
Like that to me is money so well spent. Although
Yeah.
I guess the fear is you don't know how crazy people are. And
To
do
do
they
what?
have to have fears about like sponsors being like, I don't like that Colin Kaepernick and him kneeling for my anthem.
Yeah. You know what? Keep putting destroying out there. I'm sure the ratings will start.
That's the thing. Like, it's so important to bring in a name, but we'll see.
Destroying.
If you don't get someone big, you may destroy your league.
They're currently destroying their chances at success.
Hello.
By the way, I'm sure he's a nice person. God, The Rock's jacked. All right, that was just a
He
side
really
note.
is.
Up next, Diddy's homes were raided by DHS amid ongoing lawsuits and allegations of sex crimes and allegedly much, much worse. Do we want to continue talking about The Rock, the UFL, and those massive guns on The Rock? Or switch to what the hell's going on with Diddy?
It would be disingenuous to pretend as if the UFL was a bigger story at this moment than Diddy. So we are going to try our best to come together and throw The Rock, my boss at WWE. I mean,
Right?
that's the final boss. I got to chuck him over the top.
You better do it gently and send flowers.
But let's talk. I'll let you lead the way. You ask. I know you probably want to ask me questions.
So
I don't know what I can offer, but I'll do my best.
Look, I'm reading the same things that everybody else is reading. I'm seeing responses from various, players in that world, that industry as well. They seem to be a little split. What exactly is happening? Because we now know he was in Miami all weekend. We originally thought he had run away to a tropical island, but he's here. He's stateside.
Apparently, he's still here.
Okay.
Apparently, he posted a couple of family pictures on Easter. You know, it's interesting. The Diddy story, I was talking about it today on one of my other vehicles.
9 jobs.
Yes, that's right. My hip hop podcast, Juan Ep is Life. Syph and I, formerly Juan Epstein, you know why we had to change that name. Sort of similar to the Diddy story. Anyways,
Good for him for changing it. There are still girls running around named Isis. Go on.
No, we made a decision. We were like, we're not going with Epstein anymore.
It's got to
change
go.
it to Ep. So Diddy had a lot of controversial stories over the years, right? He got into altercations with people, the relationship with J-Lo and the gun in the club, and Shine goes to jail. A lot of artists went to jail. A lot of people complain about not getting paid. By the way, Tupac and Biggie died. So many different things happened that Diddy was near that I feel like a lot of people were waiting for the shoe to drop. And the other shoe was going to drop and people would be like, see, I knew he was a bad guy. That doesn't mean that it's not true. He may be as bad as is being alleged.
Yeah.
But also we're in one of those positions where to talk about it is you're kind of expected that the only way to talk about it is to say he did it. And if you say I'm not sure if he did it, it's horrible. I think that's all I can say. If he did it, it's horrible. How about this? I think he did some of it.
Okay.
Sometimes I think the bigger words they're using, it was a drug ring and prostitution ring, and there are these big words that they use.
Trafficking. That's a tough
trafficking and conspiracy
Those are big.
words that I hate to say it can mean nothing. It can be is the dude who brought his drugs really a mule? Or was it just his drug dealer who brings pills? I don't know.
I mean, how did he bring them? I suppose that would answer the question.
I don't think up his ass.
Well, then he's not a mule in my book.
Exactly.
I've watched enough of those airport shows where they smuggle stuff in, I know what a mule is. And a mule is a person with a balloon up their butt. Facts.
Thank you very much, Beadle. All right, up next, the anticipation to watch Caitlin Clark on the Final Four stage has reached a fever pitch. We're recording right before tip-off of Iowa LSU. But the hype is real, all right? So much so that CBS Sports' Chris Walker said that he believes Clark can play in the NBA.
Stop.
Here's the quote. People can say whatever they want. I say a woman can play in the NBA. Walker also added, people don't believe it, but people like Caitlin Clark, trust me, make people think a little bit differently about that. Do we want to keep talking Diddy or move on to Caitlin Clark?
I don't want to continue talking about Diddy. I need someone, when something happens or can explain it, then I need to understand what's going on. So Diddy, over the top you go.
I agree.
Why are we doing this to this woman? Why do we ruin everything with these hyperbolic, ridiculous, over-the-top discussions? Why can't we just let her be great? Thank you. Why can't we let her be great? We can let all the women be great. LSU, USC, UConn. There's a
LSC,
huge. There's a
UNLV,
LSD, also
UMBC.
NBC,
MSNBC.
CNN. Yep. It's like, why? Why are we doing this? Because they know what they're doing. First of all, it's clickbait of the utmost. And you're getting mouth breathers to now have to feel like they need to chime in. And there's no need. Nobody's talking to them. Like, just watch them play basketball and love it for what it is. And she's going to go to the WNBA as the first pick in the draft. And she's going to be great. And she'll have a target on her back like anybody with this much hype would and should. Yep. And that'll be it. Well, why? Why do we ruin stuff?
Like, this is so awesome. And I do love how big a deal it's become. But at the same time, it all feels like we're Tommy Boy and we're going to rip the rabbit and we're going to kill it. You know, like, it's just like.
Love it too hard.
Yeah, just let this thing be. I know. We're all Lenny. We're all being Lenny from Of Mice and Men and just killing the bunny right in our hand. Like, let's just let it be. It's very exciting. No, she couldn't be in the NBA, and not because she's not amazing. It's like, maybe she could be like a three-point specialist who just comes in, and if you catch her wide open, she can knock down a shot. I guess, but like, maybe. But I'll tell you what I know she will be. Really good in the WNBA.
What's worse, that the UConn team could beat an NBA team, or that Caitlin Clark could play in an NBA? Those are two of the arguments, yeah?
I know. The football ones, I mean, I'll tell you what, Alabama could be Jacksonville, bro.
I love that.
All
and
right,
by the way,
try it out.
We'll get a simulator. We'll figure it out. Halfway through the show. Wow. Okay, that's right now, the most important topic of the day, and has been for quite a minute now, is Caitlin Clark.
Fair enough.
Feels good. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Over the Top. Peter, what's our next challenger?
Caitlin Clark is in the ring, but guess who's coming down? Oh, no. It's Wrestlemania.
I'm doing the music for it in my mind.
It's Wrestlemania week. Philadelphia is about to be overrun with even more geeks and neckbeards than already exist. Do we want to keep talking Caitlin Clark or move to the showcase of the immortals?
No, because as you mentioned, we are doing this right before tip-off of her game that I'm excited about. So maybe we talk about her again next week. Maybe we don't. Maybe not. I'm sure we'll talk about her again at some point. And I know how excited you are. So Caitlin, please, very gently, if you could show yourself over the top, I would appreciate it. And best of luck the rest of the way. Final thoughts or predictions, Peter? And what if I buy WrestleMania? Do I get both days, or do I have to pick a day, or do I buy one day? How does this work?
Welcome to 2024. And with WrestleMania, all you have to do is watch it on Peacock.
Oh, I have Peacock.
It's on the cock, baby.
It's on the cock. There. Oh, I love it when it's on the cock.
You didn't know that?
No, I did. Do you think I knew that? I didn't know what Reddit was. I don't know anything.
You can fire it up and see me on the countdown show from 2 hours before, all the way through. Yes. Look at that. You get a tag match on Saturday night, all right, with The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Cody and Seth.
Love this.
Then on Sunday night, you're going to get Roman versus Cody for the Universal Championship, not to mention whatever sort of mishigas. I mean, the rumors are out there. There are people speculating that last week, when The Rock brutally beat up Cody Rhodes.
He was bloody.
And beat him bloody outside of the arena in Chicago. People are speculating it wasn't a coinky-dink, that in the background was a WWE truck with the faces of Steve Austin and John Cena looking on. Does that mean that they also show up at WrestleMania?
Well, we know Cena has been around, and Stone Cold is just a call away.
I mean, the possibilities are endless. Plus, Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch is going to be great. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. How often do you get to see twin brothers go to war?
I would love to have a sanctioned fight against my sister.
I would pay big money for that. By the way, your good friend, CM Punk.
Yeah, what's wrong with him?
He's on the bench, injured, but he's still going to be there. He's doing commentary on one match. He's actually going to be on the Countdown show. In some ways, he actually took my job, because he's going to be sitting at the desk and I'm not going to be at the desk. So
where are you going to be?
Well, I'm kind of excited about what I'm doing, but for the purpose of this, I'd like to kind of beef with CM Punk. I'm going to be running around with a microphone doing interviews and whatnot.
Okay, that's actually fun. You'll be good at that.
No, I'm really psyched about it, to be honest with you. But what's up, Punk? I mean, you got problems with Beadle? You got problems with Rose? You got problems with Over the Top, bruh?
He hates this show. It's a fact. No, I think I like the idea of you interviewing everyone. I think that will bring some joy to my heart.
I hope so. I mean, we'll see what I can pull off, but I'm very excited about it. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Philadelphia is...
It's a good town for this.
I mean, it's the town.
Yeah. You eat well. It's good hotels. Philly's good. Philly's good. My people. 7-4 up next. Purdue center. He is 7'4". Just say it again.
7-4.
7-4. Zach Edey, and this is how you know he's 7-4. Did not even need that stupid little ladder to cut down the nets after he scored 40 points, carrying his team to the Final Four. What a visual. Do we want to continue talking about WrestleMania or switch to that giant man, Zach Edey?
I didn't see much of Zach Edey in the Elite Eight, although when I watched him in the earlier rounds, I was really impressed and kind of excited to see like a traditional big man like that. It kind of gave me like an old school basketball boner, if you know what I mean.
Like George Mirasan or something?
I don't know. I think he's more skilled than Murasan, all due respect to the great.
So George Mirasan meets Yao Ming, perhaps?
But I also didn't watch enough that I can't in good faith take him over WrestleMania. I'm sorry. This is going to be like a big deal. Tonight, you're going to find out some other things about people performing at WrestleMania.
What do you mean people performing at WrestleMania?
Like some artists who are going to be like celebrity involvement. That's going to be pretty
Celine Dion?
It is not. Hold on. Yep, I'm 100% sure it's not Celine Dion.
Boo. All right.
I know. If no Dion, no Beadle.
That's my saying. So you want to throw him over the top? I don't mind.
Yeah, get out of here.
By the way, my favorite thing about Zach Edey over this weekend was the video that came to light about him and a nice young lady entering a room that looks like a dorm room, maybe an apartment, but he is crouched, Peter, in the hallway of a building for human beings. Imagine that life. Imagine it.
It's just a regular hallway?
Yeah, it's like if I walked outside like an apartment building and opened up a front door to somebody's apartment, he's crouched in that hallway with a normal-sized girl. And the girls in the background are like, oh, it's scandalous.
Is there a world? Go back to younger Beatle days. And before you were in sports, because I know you wouldn't want, the reputation to be like, you can't hang out with the guys you're covering. I did.
Yeah. Oh, hang.
But if you were like single and in college and there was a dude who was like a cute enough guy, but he was 7'4".
Absolutely.
Could you be into it or nah?
No, it's just weird. It's weird.
It's like too much of a freak show. It's like, yeah, I mean, it is.
It's just, and I feel like, look, by no means am I affecting anything. This gentleman will be just fine.
He's going to be okay.
He's going to be all right. But it's got to be a tough existence. Like, do you have to have everything specially made? Your clothes, your bed. What car do you drive? I mean, I just told you about the hallway. That was a normal hallway he had to crouch in. You'd think he was going into a cave. That's what it looks like. So I don't know.
My friend Omos, who's in WWE, he's like 7'2", something like that.
Yeah.
There was a video that my other friend MVP posted this weekend of him getting on a plane, and it was like one of the like semi-small commuter planes.
No, ma'am.
It looked so uncomfortable. It was the only flight they could get, and it looked just like, it's a lot. It's a lot.
If it's short enough for a commuter plane, it's short enough to drive. That's
I would just like to say that real quick, WrestleMania sent Edey over the top, and then we talked about his tall ass the entire time. We never really went back to WrestleMania.
Did Edey just win?
Like, I mean, no, but like it's not right what just happened. Just go watch Peacock this weekend. I promise you'll enjoy it. Up next, April Fool's Day landed on a Monday this week. Do you want to go WrestleMania, which we didn't do last time, or do April Fool's?
Are you telling me that Joe Biden made April Fool's Day the day after Easter? Holy
I don't know if
shit.
you know this. Yeah, I don't know if you know this. No, it's Joe Biden did a lot this week with regard to changing days. And get this, Biden just said Christmas is going to be on December 25th permanently.
Who does he think he is?
Just making up
out of
days.
Control. He's a tyrant. No, you know what? April Fool's Day is for amateurs. Over the top you go. Can we just talk a little more WrestleMania? Because now you got me on the stone cold of it all, and now I have to watch.
You want me to give the situation? You want me to give you the situation in which it plays out?
Yes.
This is me fantasy booking how we see Steve Austin at WrestleMania. Like I said, The Rock and Roman have a tag match versus Seth and Cody. If The Rock and Roman win, then the next day's match between Cody and Roman is bloodline rules, which means basically anything The Rock and Roman want to do. So The Rock and Roman are going to win on Saturday night.
Okay.
So that way Cody on Sunday is facing the hardest odds possible.
Bless his heart.
But on top of that, I predict that the guys who currently have Cody's back, Jey Uso and Seth Rollins, are both going to get hurt in like their respective matches and be unavailable to help Cody.
Dang.
So now we're bloodline rules. No Seth, no Jay, Cody all alone.
Eesh.
When things start getting bad, glass break.
The glass
Steve
breaks.
Austin. That's what I think's gonna happen.
No.
Adults are gonna do insane things.
I'm an adult, and I'm already thinking about what I'm gonna do.
Do you know how genius it was that at my wedding, when we got to the part of the wedding where you kiss the bride at a Jewish wedding and you break the glass, that we perfectly timed it for the Steve Austin glass break and the music to play? Do you realize?
I mean, that makes me think that maybe weddings aren't so bad.
I'm a DJ, so I get nervous about people messing up timing.
Yeah,
so I
of
go to the
course.
guy and I'm like, listen, there's no delay on the glass. It's the first sound the second you hit play. I said, when you see my leg go up to break that glass, you hit it. Dude, it was flawless.
He nailed it. He's got to be on it too. Like you can't just drift off in your
props
thoughts.
to that guy. I don't remember his name, but he was a great guy.
Well, clearly he was important to you. Up next, the Sixers announced that they do expect Joel Embiid to return this week. Might even happen as soon as Tuesday night against the Thunder, in which you're probably going to need him.
Producer story.
What?
Producer story.
Who's not even here today.
He's not even here, and he still shoehorns Embiid's story.
How did we get
Sixer
here?
Fans. Okay, go ahead.
Do we continue to talk about WrestleMania that's in Philadelphia, or do we talk about Joel Embiid that's also in Philadelphia?
I'm surprised it's like that we don't just skip, and it's like, do we want to talk about Joel Embiid, or do we want to talk about the disappointing career of Carson Wentz? It's like, well, that's not even one of the options. I'm sorry, I'm being realistic. This week in my life is all about WrestleMania. Joel Embiid's return is cool. Let's update in a week and see if it's impactful. And we're like, yo, watch out for the Sixers. Hold on, Celtics. Hold on, Bucks. Hold on, Knicks. Let's see if that happens. But
They got a lot of ground to make up.
Yeah, right now, that's not the bigger story. Over the top you go, Joel, and don't hurt yourself again on your way out.
Really, honestly, please don't hurt yourself because I would be the most sad. Okay, how many hours per night is the 2-night WrestleMania extravaganza?
My guess is you'll get, in terms of the main program, which starts at 7. Of course, I recommend you start at 5 so you can see me on the pre-show countdown situation. But for the actual show that starts the WrestleMania at 7, my guess is you're going to, all said and done, it's going to be like 4 hours each night.
And if you had to rewatch it the next day because you had something to do, is that an option? I'm literally just asking for questions for myself now.
So wait a second. Are you asking if in the streaming world, once something airs, is it still available?
Yeah, but do they make you wait 24 hours or can I just go back and watch it immediately?
No, Grandma. You could jump in an hour late. You could watch it later that night. You could watch it the next day.
I don't have to hit a button and record it. It'll just be there.
You don't have to hit record. It's all there for you. And there are so many great. Logan Paul has a triple threat match with Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. But that guy, I got to tell you, that guy's pretty awesome. Like, I know you, Beadle, and on paper, I know you hate Logan Paul.
Of course I do. But I have seen enough of him in his Bumblebee outfit. He's pretty good at doing.
No,
he's good.
He's a really good Bumblebee. By the way, Jade Cargill's having her first match in WWE.
Finally.
She is like something to behold.
Yeah,
There's like a lot of cool stuff to watch. I strongly recommend it. I mean, listen, for me, WrestleMania is just one of those things that it's always good. Like, it's not like the Super Bowl where there's a chance I don't care at all about the teams playing.
Great point.
I care about a team and they lose. Or
it's a blowout.
End up happy. Yeah, or it's a blowout and it stinks. I got news for you. It's not going to be a blowout. In the end, someone's barely going to beat someone else. Okay? I promise you.
Now that I know I can just push a button and watch it whenever I feel like it, my whole life just got better.
I'm amazed that you just learned how streaming works. Now, this is a big deal, and this is not right. If I didn't know any better, I'd say this is the last story of the day.
Why?
Because Beyonce's new album, Cowboy Carter, dropped and quickly broke Spotify, Amazon, all kinds of records. It has features with Dolly Parton, Willie Nelson, Miley Cyrus, Post Malone. Does WrestleMania continue on, or does it take a knee to Queen Bee?
I'm torn. But it does feel like Beyonce was the moment. This album was very highly anticipated. It does have a lot of collaborations. Whether it's a country album or not, I suppose we can debate that.
All right, it's Beyonce. Wrestlemania, I love you. I'll see you in a few days.
Bye.
You're going over the top. Now, listen, you don't want the smoke with the Beehive. We got to give it to Queen Bee.
How much? Well, first of all, how much have you listened to? How many times have you listened to the whole thing?
I've listened to it absolutely completely twice and then listened to the songs I'm most into a lot. Like this, it got a lot of play.
Which one's the one you're most into?
At this moment, I've been going back and forth. At this moment, it's actually Levi's. It's the Post Malone collab.
I've heard that a lot today.
I did not. I'm telling you this right now. Kind of like you feel like about Logan Paul. I didn't think there was a chance that in my life I'd go, you know what I need? Logan Paul. Logan Paul. That would be interesting.
And
you know what I need? I need a song from Logan Paul and Post Malone featuring Beyonce. No, I didn't think I needed Beyonce and Post Malone. But guess what? Levi's Jeans is so damn good.
Is it called Levi's Jeans?
It is called Levi's Jeans.
Hilarious.
And it's fantastic. I love the song Ya Ya. I really love the song River Dance, which is like River Dance gives you vibe. I don't know if you listened to Renaissance, the last album at all.
Sounds like you're making up titles of songs. Ya Ya.
Wait, so you think by the names I'm saying? Hold on, I'll keep going. It'll sound like even more. I like those ones. I like Spaghetti.
No, that's not one.
There is a song called Spaghetti.
Like as in spaghetti western or spaghetti the pasta?
It's just called Spaghetti. But now you're onto something.
Okay, fair enough.
But I'll tell you what, man. It's not a country album, by the way. I can simplify the argument for everybody. It is not a country album. It is a Beyonce album. It has country vibes. I think it's a wonderful piece of work. And I learned today, the conversation, Beyonce put out a little piece of content. And apparently this album was done first. And during the pandemic, she decided that it made more sense to put out an upbeat album first. So she went with and this one's upbeat too, but she went with the more upbeat Renaissance before going to Cowboy Carter. But I loved it. I've listened to it nonstop. I love Texas Hold'em.
Wait, so this album's just been sitting on the shelf?
I mean, I'm sure she's touched it up, but it's been there. Obviously the single is Texas Hold'em's great. Her cover of Blackbird by the Beatles is fantastic, and it's with all black women in country, and the song's called Blackbird. It's wonderful. I gotta tell you, it's like a history lesson. It's like a fun album. It's great. Who's gonna try to challenge Beyonce?
Our guy, DJ Burns.
Love him.
And NC State going to the Final Four. They put on a show and they embarrassed Duke, ousting them, just annihilating them, throwing them away from the NCAA tournament. Do we continue to talk about Cowboy Carter or switch to NC State taking down the enemy?
I really do think DJ Burns is like an awesome story. What
are you about to do right now? What are you doing?
He's got to go.
What?
He's not taking out Beyonce. We're going to go this far, and the big man on NC State is going to take out Queen Bee this week. Is he really the biggest story?
I mean, he's literally one of the biggest stories of the week and the most lovable story.
So do you want to do it? I'll follow your lead.
He's brought me more joy than the album because I haven't really listened to the album at all.
And I didn't watch any games this weekend.
But I do agree with you, in the pop culture world does not get bigger than the drop of a Beyonce album. Fine. But I'm going to walk him over to the top rope.
No, I'm going to take one leg. You take the other. On the count of 3, we're going to heave.
But very gently, because this kid's a star and I don't want to hurt him.
I do love his game, man. He's a lot of fun.
He's DJ? Fun. And don't go to the NFL, DJ. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them.
No, go to the NBA, bruh.
Yeah, but they're telling him he has no shot at the NBA and he should go to the NFL. Don't listen to them.
They're saying he has no shot?
Yeah, they are saying that. They're saying like there are scouts and GMs that actually wouldn't mind seeing what he can do because he's 6'7" and his feet are fast.
See, that's the problem though. He's in that category. Like we had a kid like that at Maryland when we won the championship, who you'll probably remember, who in college was a beast. Not as big as DJ Burns, but Lonnie Baxter was a beast in college.
Yeah.
But they're just not, you're big enough to dominate college. You're not big enough to dominate the NBA.
Because the speed is going to be different. But I wouldn't mind him getting a shot.
I know, but like you have to develop some other pieces. I don't like that. I love you, DJ Burns. Over the top you go. But I'm sorry, you can't take out Cowboy Carter, not Queen Bee. And the question now remains, will we get a Beyonce concert? Because the fact of the matter is, my wife went to Renaissance. I did not. Mm. It was a really bad decision. And I want to be able to make this up. So
there'll be a concert. Right?
There'll have to be at least some. There were rumors that it was going to be the Sphere, but now that has been denied.
Why denied?
Supposedly no Sphere. They couldn't come to a deal.
They'll come to a deal.
Because I would spend a bag.
They'll
I would
come
spend
to
a
deal.
grip.
If that means they got to kick Fish out, because isn't Fish the next residency at the Sphere?
I don't even think it's a residency with Fish.
What is it? It's one concert that lasts 6 weeks. Jam band.
Right now, there's like, we have a stoner listener who's like, yo, man, fuck you, Beadle. Like,
I hope so.
You don't even understand, bro.
Bruh, it's not for you, bruh. You don't get it.
It's so funny because like I totally appreciate Fish musically.
Yeah.
And also nah, bruh.
Nah, bruh. Wow. Okay. I mean, yeah, there'll be a concert. If not for the costumes alone, Peter Rosenberg.
Believe no. It's going to be a moment in time. That's it. That's 90 seconds. We've come to a decision. The new, undisputed, most important thing on planet Earth this week is Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Do you think we got it right? We know we did. So it doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I'm glad she got some attention because I don't know that anybody knew the album dropped.
I just want to do our part to help her. But it really is a good history lesson on like black music and country, and you'll really enjoy it. I hope you listen by next week and we can talk about it as friends.
Homework, geez. All right.
That's it for us. Tune in next week to determine the only thing you need to care about and what goes over